Hi, I'm Ashwin Mushran and welcome to another episode of Anytime Facts. Today we're going to look at history. History that if taught at school would have made our classes a lot more interesting. So here are some fun historical facts you probably never knew. During the Victorian period, it was normal to photograph relatives after they died. Just normal Victorian things to do. And this actually makes sense because if you would have had your photograph taken by the first ever camera, you would have had to sit still for 8 hours. Only dead people can do that. One man survived both the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima when the first bomb hit. He survived the blast and on August the 7th he boarded a train for Nagasaki. On August the 9th he was in an office building when the second bomb struck. He emerged from the wreckage with only minor injuries on top of his current injuries. He had survived 2 nuclear blasts in 2 days and lived till he was 93. As the famous philosopher John McClane once said,
"How could the same shit happen to the same guy twice?"
On the 6th of May 1933, Nazi Germany went on a book-burning spree. One of the authors targeted was Jewish poet Heinrich Heine, who ironically wrote the words, "Where they burn books, they will in the end burn human beings too." This is what you call hindsight. Speaking of books, William Shakespeare gave us so much. Plays, sonnets, English lessons we didn't understand, but he possibly also gave us the first yo mama joke. In his play Titus Andronicus, one of the characters, Chiron, exclaims, "Thou hast undone our mother," to which another character, Aaron, replies, "Villain, I have done thy mother." All very polite, I have to say. Shakespeare, we salute your everlasting literary contribution to this world. Turkeys were once considered gods. They were actually worshipped by the Mayan people in 300 BC. They were symbols of power and prestige and viewed as the vessels of the gods. Unfortunately, turkeys are out of luck now. Sometimes you're a god, and sometimes you're just dinner. In the 19th century, Robert Liston was said to be the fastest surgeon alive, known to perform surgeries in 30 seconds flat. In 1847, he performed an amputation in 25 seconds, operating so quickly that he amputated the assistant's fingers as well. Both patient and assistant later died of sepsis, and the spectator reportedly died of shock, resulting in the only known surgical procedure with a mortality rate of 300%. Ever wondered what the D in D-Day stands for? Well, even if you've never wondered, I'm about to tell you. It stands for day. Yes, it's day. That's a military term for when an attack is to be launched. All I can say is D-Day definitely sounds cooler. In ancient Egypt, servants were smeared with honey in order to attract flies away from the pharaoh. Quite a sweet job, if you ask me. In the 16th and 17th century, wealthy Europeans ate dead bodies thinking they'd cure them of various ailments. I assume their food was served as a 3-corpse meal. When Charles Darwin first discovered giant tortoises on the Galapagos Islands, he tried to ride them. Unfortunately, he also frequently fell off. And this man gave us the phrase, the survival of the fittest. If you think Waterloo was Napoleon's greatest defeat, think again. The great Napoleon Bonaparte was once attacked by a horde of bunnies. Did I say bunnies? Yes, bunnies. Napoleon had requested that a rabbit hunt be set up for him and his men. 3,000 rabbits were captured for this military exercise. When the rabbits were released from the cages, they didn't run off. They charged towards Napoleon and his men in a vicious attack. To this, all I can say is, Napoleon,
why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
And that's all for this episode of Anytime Facts. Hope you enjoyed the historical perspective. See you next time.